Gentlemen, before we finish up, I want to have a quick look ahead. The next 4 games in the Premier League, Connor, they all look very winnable to me. We've got Nottingham Forest away next Sunday, then we've got West Ham at home, Wolves away, and Spurs at home, even though they'll have a new manager and maybe a bit of a bounce. It's still at Anfield. Surely we're looking at that, Connor, and thinking 10 to 12 points.
Definitely, yeah. And I was even looking further earlier, like our next 8 games in the league. I can't remember who exactly the other ones were, but I had like Everton and Crystal Palace and 2 other fixtures as well. But like they were all fairly winnable games. Like I think if we could maybe win, let's say at least 3 or 4 of them 4, and then do the same with the following 4, like it puts us in a very good position, surely at that point, to be like a decent gap ahead of at least one of Chelsea and United. Like after seeing those 8 games and seeing us getting a little bit more sturdy and just kind of a bit more dominant, I suppose. Like it does give me a bit of hope, to be fair, that we will get Champions League football still. But I think like our running at the very end of the season is tricky enough. So I think these next 4 or next 8 games even are like absolutely pivotal. Like we have to be getting at least like 80% of the points here to guarantee top 4 or 5 because I think we might struggle towards the end of the season if not.
On the results and the feeling around the club, Chris, I always find it very funny that I think sometimes journalists and others like overthink fans' behaviour. If we're not doing well, I'm angry as an example. Well, is that not fairly self-explanatory? Team does badly, fan is angry. Team does well, fan is happier. And that's exactly what's happening now. And you've got the gloaters come out of the woodwork to try to make it like, now, see, they are turning it around. They are winning. Bet you're not happy now. No, I'm absolutely over the moon. Thank you very much because I want Liverpool to do well. And I look at these fixtures, mate, and I think this will be the proof of the pudding. Is it there? Do we pick up the points that we should be picking up?
Yeah, I'm going to be the bringer of. I just don't think we're going to pick up 10 or 12 points from these games. I'm not being funny, but like the proof.
We found the problem, Connor. Everyone thought it was me for years. Everybody was blaming me being Mr. Negative, but here he is. That cash involved and all. Look down below us.
The proof's in the pudding this season. You look at the games, like we lost 3-0 at home to Forest. Like I know that they've basically speed running Wolves.
They've had about 15 managers though since then.
Yeah, true. But we haven't won there in the Premier League since they've come up. So I feel like that's a difficult game in itself. But to be fair, I thought we were absolutely guaranteed to lose to Sunderland and we didn't. So that's a positive. West Ham at home, good form. They're playing really well. They're fighting. I'm scared.
And they've got your boy.
They have Jared Bowen, big up, the absolute hero. But Somerville's on absolute flames at the moment, scoring every week. Wolves away, I mean, they're playing all right. Even for the worst team in the league, they're playing well. And then Spurs, I mean, who knows who's going to be in charge? Igor Tudor, I think, is the guy. But if he goes and loses 3 games, who knows what's happening? Like, I don't know. I'm really scared. I hope we get 12 points, but I'll be the first to admit if I get it wrong, but I'm just scared that we're not going to.
I mean, looking at the fixtures, Connor, something just dawned on me as we're talking about it. We're actually going to have quite a big influence over the relegation battle as well with these games that we have coming up.
How crazy is that, by the way? We're talking about Spurs and relegation battle, or even like that new guy at Forest. If he succeeds, that means Spurs are going down. Like it's just such a weird situation to be in. But yeah, definitely, like we're playing a lot of the relegation fodder kind of teams that's there in the next couple of games. So like, let's hope we just beat them all and then leave it as an equal playing field for them to decide among themselves. Like I don't want to be the reason that West Ham stay up. You know what I mean? That's just not a great statistic. But yeah, definitely we will have a lot to say in that relegation battle, I think.
I have to say, Chris, I am genuinely shocked that West Ham and Spurs are serious contenders for the relegation zone this season. I know the London Stadium hasn't been a happy hunting ground it has been for opposition, but it hasn't been a happy place for West Ham fans for quite a while. They don't really like to move there since Upton Park, but it just always felt like they were a club that would find a way and have a little bit too much to go down. But there's going to be probably one surprise package in the relegation zone this year because Sunderland have performed so well since they've come up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Wolves, their first, I think they picked up 2 points. Burnley, 18 points. They're down. West Ham, like I went there for the game that we played, and when we beat them, and Isak scored. Like, it's the worst football ground in the world. Like,
is it really that bad? Like, what makes it
so bad? Like, you're so far away from the action, like, and all the fans are so far away from each other that they can't really galvanise an atmosphere.
Felt like premium economy, though, didn't it? Go on, be honest.
Well, yeah, it felt like one side were in economy class and the other were in business, sort of vibe. It felt like that's how far away they seemed away from each other. It was like, yeah, just a horrible experience as a football fan. I don't know how West Ham fans like deal with that. It's like, at least with Anfield, I know you've got the big four stands, but it feels like it's close to the pitch. It feels like, they're really, you can have an impact on the game.
Yeah,
Whereas
you're like
there,
domineering over the pitch rather than sitting a mile away. Like,
it genuinely feels like, how like in the main stand at Liverpool, like sometimes I feel like I don't really like sitting there because it feels so far away. But it's like that, but on steroids. Like, it's so far back. It's so bad. So if they go down, I don't think they'll come back up. Like, it'll be an absolutely horrible place to go, like for home fans in the Championship.
I often feel really frustrated when clubs get those type of stadiums, from the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games, stuff like that. But with that one, I was like, nah, you're all right. You can have that, no problem, lads. You're welcome to it. Connor, if I put a gun to your head right now and said, who's going down from West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Spurs, who are you saying?
I'd say Spurs probably stay up. I'd say the other two, to be honest. Like, as bad as Spurs have been, I just can't conceive a world where Spurs go down. I just can't. In my head, that just doesn't work. So I'd say, yeah, West Ham and Forest are probably doomed there.
I still can't believe, Chris, that they thought, right, we might be in a bit of trouble this season. Xavi Simons. That's what we need, lads. Xavi Simons, the man known for having strop. That's who we need to bring in to save us.
So Spursy, isn't it? He was an incredibly
very Spursy.
Yeah, I think they'll stay up though. I think they'll be okay. I think Forest are going down because they've just hired Vitor Pereira, who picked up 2 points for Wolves in the opening half of the season. Absolutely insane, like, appointment. I don't know why they sacked Dyche, by the way. That is absolutely crazy. In a relegation battle, you pick the guy who was bottom of the league at December to hire. Like, the proof's in the pudding. He's not going to keep you up. What are you doing? It's just mental.
Did they work together with Olympiacos or something?
Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know what Vitor Pereira's history is, but it's still ridiculous. Mr. Marinakis, man, what are you doing?
I can't have a love-hate relationship with Marinakis. I do love that there's somebody out there who just doesn't give a shite, like, just literally does it his way. I'm a fan of a Maverick. So
could you imagine like John W. Henry was like that though? It's great to watch it from afar, but imagine that was your own club.
Oh man, imagine John W. Henry came out of the tunnel and kicked the football at the fourth official. Oh, I'd be all over that. Oh, you get a standing ovation from me for that.
Unbelievable. Yeah, the man
Where's
is
the aggro, John. I can see the t-shirts now. Let's get it going.
Crazy, like actually crazy. It's been successful for him. Like, Nuno got them 7th, and they might win the Conference League and go down.